The regular meeting of the Mishawaka Common Council for Monday, November 18th, 2024 will please come to order. Good evening. Those of you who are in attendance, we're happy to see you. If you would, please take a moment to check your cell phone to make sure that you have placed it on silent or vibrate. And for those of you who are participating remotely, welcome. Members of the public participating remotely are asked to place their microphone on mute during the meeting with the exception of any public hearing. At the appropriate point in the public hearing, I will invite the public to unmute their microphone for purposes of submitting such comments as they may wish to make, one person at a time. All persons wishing to make public comments will be asked to first state their name and address for the record, and after completing the comment, members of the public are once again asked to place their microphone on mute, and we thank all of you for your cooperation this evening. In a moment, I'm going to ask everyone to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be followed by a moment of silence in remembrance of two people who are very near and dear to the heart of many of us and the citizens of Mishawaka. The first is Linda Dotson, who served the city of Mishawaka in several different capacities, most recently as Chief Deputy Clerk to Madam Clerk, and did a wonderful job of providing service to the citizens of Mishawaka in all those capacities. And then also, we unfortunately lost longtime Mishawaka police officer and Mishawaka business owner Quinto Squadroni, who at the time of his passing had the distinction of being our oldest living Mishawaka Police Department retiree, and went on to have a really vibrant life after he left the police department, including as the owner of one of the best restaurants and after-hours hangout establishments in the city of Mishawaka. So at this time, please join us in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We extend our condolences to both the Dotson family and the Squadroni family, and may they both rest in peace. And with that, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Hazen.
Here.
Mrs. Volker.
Here.
Mr. Carroll.
Here.
Mr. Benicki.
Here.
Mr. Emmons.
Here.
Ms. Hahn.
Here.
Mr. Mamalenti.
Here.
Mr. Violi.
Here.
Mr. Hixenbaugh.
Here. Approval of the minutes of our regular meeting of October 28th, 2024. Are there any additions or corrections? Then hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as received from the clerk's office. Petitions, communications, remonstrance, and memorial.
Yes, Mr. President, we have the Mayor's Youth Council presentation.
Thank you. At this time, the podium is open for whomever wants to lead us off from the Mayor's Youth Council. And if you would, please, all speakers start out with your name.
Hello, Council. My name is AJ Rimmelsbach. I'm a sophomore at Penn High School, and this is my first year as a member as the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. And for the record, we are located at 100 Lincoln Way West, Mishawaka, here at City Hall. Before I get started, I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to update you and inform you on our Thanksgiving food drive. Members of the MYAC have been contacting business owners for monetary donations, as well as asking if they can leave a donation box to collect food items. As an example of the items that were collected were canned beans, mashed potatoes, yams, stuffing, and various other Thanksgiving meal items. All donations are going to families in need, and as a learning experience for next year's food drive, a few things we could do differently is maybe start a little bit earlier, get some media coverage, and even set up a donation page or website for online donations. Because this year it was a challenge to get donations with multiple Thanksgiving food drives happening all at once. And I can't wait to see the smiles and impact that we make for the community of Mishawaka. Before I conclude, is there any questions from the council?
Thank you. Do we have any questions?
I have a question.
Mr. Emmons?
You said you had a little trouble getting funds for the baskets. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
Funds, donations.
Yeah, so there was a lot of other school food drives going on and other businesses. So the problem that we were kind of just having was a lot of that
Mishawaka
competition.
High School has a big one going on
Yeah.
in that. Now, do you provide like ham or turkeys to the people?
Yes. As our president of the MYAC, Ms. Rice, she will kind of answer that question in her presentation.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that.
Thank you. Any other questions before we turn the podium over to the next speaker? Thank you. Well done.
Good evening, Council. My name is Ariana Rice, and I'm a senior at Penn High School. I have the honor of serving as the president of the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council for the 2024-2025 school year. For the record, we are located at 100 Lincoln Way West, and this is my second year on the council. And I'm here today to share an exciting update about our Thanksgiving food drive. Our goal for this year's food drive was to assist 50 families and 25 veteran families, for a total of 75 families. We were able to raise a total of 1,493 total items, with a total of $1,225 in gift cards between Myers and Martin's. I recently spoke about this initiative on our school news network, PNN, to encourage students and teachers to get involved by donating non-perishable food items or monetary donations. And I'm thrilled to report that we have exceeded our goal. Thanks to the incredible generosity of all three schools, Penn, Mishawaka, and Marion, we've collected enough donations to fill all 75 boxes. This will make a real difference in the lives of so many families in our community during the holiday season. Thank you to everyone who contributed, and I'm incredibly proud of how our Mishawaka schools have came together to support this important cause. We're truly making an impact, and it's a great example of how our future leaders can help those in need. Thank you. And do you guys have any questions?
Thank you. Any questions from the council? Thank you.
Thank you.
Very well done as well. Anything else from the Mayor's Youth Council?
Hello, Council. My name is Ty Caruso, and I am a senior at Marion High School, and I am the Vice President of the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. I'm very honored again to be helping with this food drive, for those who don't know me, I am not proud of a lot of things. I'm proud of being Italian, and I'm proud of putting my name on this because it helps the community, and that's what I'm all about. Marion High School made a donation to the MYAC, and they also physically brought food. While I was writing this speech, I went through my favorite book, Bartlett's Familiar Quotations, and I came across a quote by Winston Churchill that said that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. I think that quote shows the great privilege we all have to help the vulnerable and how honored we should all be to be contributing to this great service. I thank the people of Mishawaka who have all donated to this cause, and no matter how big or small the donation has been, it has been looked with great gratitude and a heart full of thanks. To all who have donated and to all who have helped, I hope that you can all look in the mirror tonight and say, I made a positive difference in someone's life. And now with that, and again with the help from you guys, I hope that with what we can and what we have, we can go and continue to make a difference in the lives of Mishawaka citizens. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions from the council? Thank you.
Good evening, members of the Common Council and Clerk. For the record, the location is Mishawaka Youth Council, 100 Lincoln Way West, Mishawaka, Indiana. My name is Millie Mamalenti, and I would like to say thank you so much for allowing us to speak tonight and provide an update to our Thanksgiving food drive. This is the Youth Council's biggest service project of the year, and for the last several weeks, we have been seeking donations from local high schools, businesses, community members, neighbors, friends, family, and Mishawaka city employees. Through your and everyone's generous donations, we were able to collect enough food items for 75 local families, including 25 veteran families. Last night, the Youth Council members boxed all the items and are ready to be delivered on Thursday. As a first-year Youth Council member, I look forward to seeing the impact this food drive has on our community and veterans. Thank you all for your help and donations for this great project. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. I guess I would suspect one of us will have some questions for you. I don't know. Mr. Mamalenti.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to make her heart pound a little bit. Good job. Good job to all. Good job to all participants and Ms. Wood and Ms. Reinell on this organizing this wonderful event and project. And as the bright students had mentioned, what a great impact it's making on our community and our families. So thank you all for the efforts.
Well said. Mr. Emmons?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. As I asked before, are you still taking monetary donations? And who do we present that to? Okay. Thank you.
That's the right answer. Anytime Mr. Emmons offers you money, the answer is always yes. Anything else from the council? Again, thank you for being here, for your comments, and more importantly, for the work that you're doing on behalf of the community, not just with regard to the food drive, but all the work that you do as part of the Mayor's Youth Council. And we continue to look forward to see the other great things that you're going to accomplish during the remainder of the year on behalf of Mishawaka. So thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
And although I know you're all fans of good government, if you would like to stick around for the rest of the meeting, you're welcome to. If you would like to get while the getting's good, we will not take any offense if you have other youth council-related activities or school-related activities to get to.
Presentation of the Redevelopment Commission spending plan for 2025. This is being presented to the council by the mayor and the city controller.
Thank you. The record will reflect that in compliance with Indiana law, the council has received the Redevelopment Commission spending plan for 2025. Are there any additional questions or comments from the council? Then thank you to Madam Controller, Mr. Prince, and everyone who was involved in putting this together. And with that, we will move into, with no report of any special committee this evening, ordinances on first reading.
Proposed ordinance number 2024-31, an ordinance approving an agreement between the City of Mishawaka and the employees of the Central Services Department, represented by the International Brotherhood of Teamsters Local 364. This is a contract collective bargaining agreement between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2027.
Thank you. Proposed ordinance 2024-31 will be assigned to the Personnel Committee.
Proposed ordinance number 2024-32, an ordinance approving an agreement between the City of Mishawaka and the employees of the Sewer Department, represented by the International Brotherhood of Teamsters Local number 364. This collective bargaining agreement goes from January of 2025 to December 31st, 2027.
Proposed ordinance 2024-32 will also be assigned to the Personnel Committee.
Proposed ordinance number 2024-33, an ordinance amending ordinance number 5898 as amended, which established a designated outdoor refreshment area.
Proposed ordinance 2024-33 will be assigned to the Public Health and Safety Committee. This evening, we have no resolutions nor any ordinances on second reading, so we'll move into privilege of the floor. At this time, members of the public are invited to the podium to speak with respect to non-agenda items only under privilege of the floor. Seeing no one, we'll extend the same invitation to those participating remotely. Is there anyone wishing to speak under privilege of the floor? Seeing and hearing no one, we'll move into unfinished business, of which there is none. New business. Is there any new business to come before the council? Mr. Evans.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a reminder that the First District Council meeting at St. Babel's will be at 7 o'clock this coming Thursday at 7. We'll have the United Pet Food CEO there. She's going to come back. She came at the last meeting. She wanted to come back at this meeting to address some of the issues that, when I say issues, that they would like to help fund for the city of Mishawaka, not only in the West End, but also in Rose Park. So they're going to give us their ideas of what they want to do in the West End and that, because they want to be good neighbors, they want to be welcome to the community, they want to be known, and that, and like I say, they've already started to put their foot stamp on what they can do in the West End. they've been out and about, and and it's basically a two-person control over there in the sense of running it, in the management, and the CEO is a dynamic person. She's there 5 days a week. Friday night, she gets a plane, goes to Florida. Sunday night, she catches a plane and comes back to Mishawaka. And like I say, she's dynamic, and so if you can make it on Thursday night, you're more than welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Emmons. Mr. Mamalante.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to invite all that are listening, that are here, anybody in the city of Mishawaka, to come out this Friday to support the Mishawaka Cavemen football team. They play at 7:30 at Steele Stadium. If they win this, they will travel to the state championship down in Indianapolis. They could really use and appreciate anybody's support. I'll be in attendance to support my fellow cavemen, 7:30 Friday night. Thank you.
Thank you, and go Cavemen. Any other new business? Then hearing none, a motion to adjourn would be in order. We're adjourned. Thank you, folks.